Yo, what's going on, everybody? Hey, we appreciate you guys jumping on the deep third. Hey, we have a great show that we got to bring to you guys. But before we start the show, shout out to our boy Jarrell Sir Fresh. It's his birthday today. He couldn't make it, so we got some guests on there. We got some guests on the show tonight. But before we go any further, man, hey, I don't even have to introduce you to this dude, man. This dude walks in any room, everybody knows who his name. He fresher than fresh. When Andre 3000 was rapping, they was talking about my boy Big Fade Mick. Let's go.
Yo, I appreciate that, Coach Parker, for that welcome. And I want to thank you all again for tuning in to this episode of the Deep Third Sports Podcast. So I'm going to throw it back to my brother in the big red over there so he can introduce to you guys our special guest. As always, he got the cut and the edge going nice. He got the white teeth looking straight, letting y'all know that he take care of his health, eating right, working out right, all of that stuff. All right, Mr. D. Parker, introduce our guest for the people.
Yeah, man. So listen, we go way back with this guy, man. My brother call him Jimbo. I call him Chef. He always in the kitchen cooking up something nice. Man, my boy Jimmy Strong. Go ahead, Jimmy. Tell him about yourself, man.
Hey, I could do a shameless plug.
Go for it.
Hey, Strong Flavors Catering, Chef Jimbo in the house. Check me out. Facebook, Jimmy Strong Jr. Instagram, The Chef Jimbo. Facebook and Instagram, Strong Flavors Catering. Check me out. If you got any questions, listen, come book me. I promise you, your taste buds and your stomach gonna dance.
He ain't lying. He ain't lying. The boy good. The boy good.
Strong flavor.
The boy good. He ain't lying.
Oh, so you be seasoning your food, huh?
Man, listen, I'm gonna have to send you some pictures, man.
It be like artwork. It be like artwork.
Artwork. Ooh.
I don't be playing, bro. I don't be playing.
Okay, respect.
Next, man. Hey, I just met this cat probably about 3 months ago. He say he nice on the court. I ain't seen it yet, but we gonna see. Got his daughter. I guess she in college and she be hooping and she killing the game from what I hear. My dude always on point. He always bringing flavor every time I see him. My dog, Coach A. Go ahead, Coach A.
What's up? First of all, my daughter Big graduated from college, sir. So whoever your producer is, you need to get on that cat. He done sent you some old information, man. I know how it is. I get the same thing on my podcast. I get this old information. What is this?
He the most seasoned guy in the game right there, man.
But yeah, you're right. I'm a baller. I'm still balling. You know, right now I just had surgery, so I just got reduced to the boot now. So I went from surgery. I had it, wrapped stitches, and the doc just put me in the boot today. So healing is on the way. So you gonna see me. We'll get on that court for sure.
So the question is, if you injured, is you like Kawhi Leonard? Is you sitting up in the suite, or are you on the sideline with your teammates?
Oh no, I ain't even. I'm at the crib. I ain't on no sideline. They won't. I'm gonna go visit. I'm gonna go watch a couple games for sure.
You ain't got no
Chris Paul.
insight. No insight on the gameplay, no plans, so you just watch it from home, huh?
Watch it from home. That's it. Well, when you have foot surgery, there's nothing you could do. You ain't gonna be wheelchairing around, tripping players, try to get on. Watch out, man. Let me get to this clipboard. Can't do that. Yeah. So, but for sure. So, but yeah, like I said, I'm in the boot now. So I probably got the hardest thing is going. The surgery has been 2 weeks since the surgery, right? And so the healing will probably be done within the next week or so. The problem is that muscle atrophy. That's going to take about 2 to 3 months to be able to support myself like I used to with that leg. It's weird. Like, you just from being off of it, not using it, the whole calf, and, shrunk a little bit, but I still got them post moves. I'm still big now. Dante, I'm still big, man.
I don't know about that, man. I don't know about
big.
that.
I got the Akeem. I'm old school. I got the King the Dream moves, man. I'm like Akeem Olajuwon, Steph Curry, and LeBron James all mixed into one.
Oh shoot,
Man.
that's
See, I ain't
deadly.
never been a hooper. I'm just an athlete, so it don't matter. Let's
Oh yeah, I
go.
love them. So Bernard, I appreciate you guys having me on for sure. Typically Friday nights, I'm on my own podcast. I didn't have any Thursday night and Friday night. I have Impact podcast. Sometimes Jimmy jump on there with me about 7 o'clock. So, but I didn't have anything scheduled. I've been having guests scheduled. Just yesterday, I had an addiction lady that been through addiction. Next week, I have a couple business owners. I even have the doctor that has surgery on my foot. He's going to be on next month as well. Young
Oh
doctor,
wow,
like 34 years old, killing the game.
That's what's
wow,
up.
that's what's up.
Exactly. So for sure, man, like I said, appreciate you guys. Let's get to it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get to it. So, also they also do a podcast on Saturday morning called Family Talk. It's on Facebook. It's on YouTube. Jimmy, he'll give us the link so that you guys can check that out too. Very good podcast. They keep it 100, and that's how we like it, keeping it being frank. So let's go ahead and get right into it, man.
Hold on. Faye, when we gonna get you on here, man? Dante, come on. We don't none of y'all come on. Y'all don't mess with us like that. Like, what's up?
Nah, bro. I hate it. I hate that I keep having to miss. That's when I run my lawn business a lot of times. It's on the
Oh,
weekends, Saturdays. I do my lawn business.
Get that
But
money.
you know what time tomorrow y'all got it?
Well,
Is
we're
that 9?
having an interview tomorrow.
Oh, an interview.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
probably next weekend because I'll be done with one of my big jobs. Next weekend I should be able to do it.
Yeah, man. It's been doing a lot of raining, man. You be cutting in the rain too?
No, I don't cut. It'll hit the afternoon, so it's getting out there early,
Oh,
busting them
yeah.
out, and then when the afternoon comes, it don't rain.
Yeah.
So now we had to deal with they couldn't get all the yards done because more started acting up. So it's like we got this big job we need to do, more acting up.
Yeah. That's some big boy problems right there.
Yes. It's like I don't even get bothered. Just the mower's acting up now. All right.
That's the way to be. Yeah.
On to the next, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. So, man, the first thing we want to talk about is the playoffs, man, the NBA playoffs. So, right now we have the Hawks and the Bucks playing. So, man, it's been a lot of stuff that's been going on. I've been kicking their butts. We basically had we were picking games or whatever, and I'm up huge. They're not even close right now because I'm just nice. I'm nice with it, but I just wanted to see what y'all thoughts were on the NBA playoffs, man. Like, are you the stuff that you seeing? Were you expecting it? I know that we had the Suns, Chris Paul go down, but they're still looking good. Are you surprised what they're doing to the Clippers? Like what are your thoughts on everything?
Well, I would say, first of all, hats off to the NBA because ever since the freaking play-in tournament started, we've been watching NBA games. Even the very play-in game was excited. So they really did good with that. And so to even make it even more spicy is that all our top players that's normally in it are out. And now we got all these young guns that's killing, like no names, like man, who is this? Man, I don't know, man, but he in there killing, you know what I'm saying? And so then of course you got now I will tell you that I did notice that the top 5 teams or the top 5, 6 teams were the top teams. But however, I was on with everybody else thinking that the Suns was just like fool's gold, right? We knew the Jazz was decent, but we always, of course, we thought the Lakers, the Nets, and all these other teams were just that much stronger, and they just got, I don't know, maybe I thought they got an easy ride or something because they had the top, but they were the legit top teams. Even the Suns was legit a top team, and you get to see that now. That they are legit a strong team, and so they've been killing it. And it's just been exciting to watch these young guys ball, like Booker do his thing. Trae Young's taking the Hawks, which is really just one of those stories that awesome, because nobody thought the Hawks would be doing this well at all. And so they've been balling. So that really makes it exciting, man. I'm happy about it for sure. I've been because before, once LeBron is out, I'm like, oh man, who am I gonna watch? Because he's the person that you love to hate, or you love either you love him or you hate him, but you still watch it. You still watch him. You watching to see if he lose or watching to see if he wins. And so once he was out, I'm like, oh man, who am I gonna root for now? Am I gonna go for Kevin Durant?
Nope.
Kevin Durant and the three-headed monster, or what I'm saying? I'm not, but I'm just saying, But I will tell you that I kind of swayed towards Chris Paul. Because of his story. Everywhere he go, he changed the team around. It's his time. Mm-hmm. But however, I noticed last night is that Chris Paul is old too. And so, and so I think he slowed the game up a little bit last night. But it's like I said, it's just awesome to see these teams. The Suns is definitely strong, and it's just weird. This whole, I don't know how y'all feel about this whole Ben Simmons thing. It's weird, like, how you don't shoot at all. Like, it's weird to me. Yeah, like 0 shots, bro. Like, really?
Hey, Nick say, here you go, coach.
That's the truth, man. I'm like,
I told you guys when I got on y'all podcast, they were not going to do anything because Ben Simmons cannot shoot. He should have been. He should have been in the gym practicing, man. And
Dante, it's a video that's just surfaced today. Ben Simmons shooting jump shots, spin around jump shots, 3-point jump shots, mid-range jump shots in the game, But when he get into the league, it's like a mental block.
So this is a problem. You have cats that are able to do that, but they're not confident in their shot.
Yes.
So his confidence is out the window, and so you don't have no confidence. You already like, I can't shoot. I have no confidence, so you're not gonna shoot. But if he was confident, he'll be like J.R. Smith. As much as J.R. Smith was missing, he was still throwing it up there.
Yeah,
because J.R. Smith was confident.
But it hurt his team. It hurt their team big time. I mean, bro, you can't get 6 points. Like, it's tough. So they're going. He's gonna be out of there. I think they're gonna get rid of him for sure this time. So, and then of course the Bucks. What is that?
That's the feedback.
Sorry about that.
You just switched up on us. So the Bucks is barely hanging on too. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they playing. Obviously they started to play strong now, but the Hawks is really, giving them some trouble. And I think it's, the Hawks ain't got nothing to lose.
Yeah.
They ain't got nothing to lose, so they just gonna play all out. But
what about you, Jimmy? And then I'll give my take.
Since LeBron left, I ain't gonna lie, I haven't watched much.
He ain't watched much. You missing out though.
I will say, well, I caught one game with the Bucks, and I caught the Suns and the Clippers, all those games. I'm going with Ice Trae. That boy that is nice. I was at Adrian's house when they was playing the Knicks, and I told Adrian, I'm like, that was my first time watching them. We almost watched the full game of the Hawks. Since I was like, that was my first time, and I'm like, this boy here real boy. I'm like, this dude here is nice. So I'm going with Ice Trae. I'm going with Chris Paul. It's his time. Yes, I'm gonna hate against the Clippers. Thank God the Nets got out. Man, hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. Boy. That's all I gotta say. LeBron is out. Longest KD out, we good.
We
So y'all, KD,
Yeah.
KD not on LeBron level, man, but y'all keep going though.
KD and LeBron, they on the same step.
Apparently not, because KD couldn't do it.
He can't do it by himself.
LeBron get asked to do that all the time.
Every game.
Yeah. Well, KD's problem is coaching too. LeBron
What's
had
LeBron
good
problem?
coaches.
LeBron
Good coaches.
So KD never had good coaches?
Not like what LeBron had.
LeBron
and,
the coach.
Just as simple, just to give you a prime, just to let you know, understand how important coaching is. Like even before KD took that last shot, there should have been a timeout where they can work on him getting a decent shot, as opposed to just letting the game go and him just finding the shot. You see what I'm saying? Good coaching do that for you. And I'm not saying that the shot is going to be any different, but however, at least he'll know in his head what he's going to do. He'll have it worked out.
Put him in a better position.
Exactly. And so good coaching to do that for you.
Shouts out to Jay Kidd. Got his coaching job with the Mavericks. Shouts out to him.
Okay, that's what's up.
And what you call it? They say he a front runner with the Blazers. What is the brother name? Y'all keep going. I can't.
Chauncey Billups.
Chauncey, yes.
Oh,
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Chauncey.
Yes.
And Chauncey's he's the guard too.
Yeah.
He's a thinker, so he'll be a good coach. A lot of times, if you have, if you play the 1 and 2 position or the point guard, then you have to think the game a lot more. So when you go into, coaching, it makes it that much easier for you.
I didn't know that he was part of the Cavs front office either. I didn't know that.
Oh yeah,
I didn't know that
either.
There, I thought he was at a different team.
Mm-hmm. I've always liked Chauncey Billups too, the way he played.
Yeah, he played good.
Yeah.
What you got, Fade?
For me, for the playoffs, just two little stories that I'm liking, kind of with Jimmy with Ice Trae. Mm-hmm. What I like about Ice Trae, for such a young player to embrace that little bit of villain, you know what I'm saying? Like videos that people made of him are hot, like with the bowing, looking at the crowd. Like most cats that young, they kind of, but he's like, hey, hate me, huh?
Yeah.
Like that's how you shut him. That's the only way to shut him up. What can you say now?
Yes, sir.
So I like that kind of that demeanor, because that'll go a long way for him in his career, just not letting that stuff bother him, because as he gets older, people will probably say worse things. So for him to embrace that now is good. And then I'm surprised ain't nobody say playoff P, man. What's up with that? He ain't got Kawhi and he stepping up and all that stuff. So
we'll see.
I think it's kind of cool.
Let him be consistent though.
Let him be. You don't think he done been consistent enough?
He need to show me more.
More. Oh, you like more. Kobe, huh?
Yeah, they lost that first game, so. But he is playoff P. He is balling though. We got to give it to him.
Especially considering in the past it ain't been that good.
Yeah.
Truth. Well, for me, man, it's been very interesting. I've been enjoying every game that I've seen. And I got the Clippers still losing. I think that Chris Paul is about to come back soon. And I think once he gets there, it's going to be a wrap. Because we know Kawhi, he done. He's not coming back. So, and I think it's just going to be too much. It's just it's amazing to see what the Suns have done with just one piece. He stepped in. They were basically I think they were like the second worst team.
Who? The Suns? Yeah.
Last year. And then
last year, yep.
Chris Paul step in. Now they're the second best team.
Best team.
It's amazing when you can just put, a couple piece or a piece in place and to see how they can take off. So I definitely got the Suns beating the Clippers and making it to the finals. When it comes to the Hawks and the Bucks, man, that's a tough one.
Yeah.
I kind of feel that the Hawks, they have a really good young team. They kind of remind me of Miami Heat last year when they just came out of nowhere.
Overachieved.
Yeah, overachieved.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they tried. They did their best. It was just a hard.
You think the Hawks are overachieving?
What's that?
You
Oh,
think
they
the
are.
Hawks are
They are.
overachieving?
The world knows it by now. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
But
okay.
I think that Paul Millsap, he's been giving people buckets the entire year. So I think he kind of put them on their back to kind of get them in there. But I think that what's the name he gonna click and he gonna get it together. I think they winning right now.
Who is what's the name?
Giannis.
About freak, what's his name? Greek the Freak.
Giannis.
Giannis,
He gonna fall on his face too.
I think he gonna man up. And Middleton, when he gonna get called on, he gonna knock them shots down. So I don't think the Hawks gonna make it out. So who y'all got winning out of those games?
Giannis gonna fall flat on his face, just like playoff P. Just wait and see.
But I'm gonna tell you the difference with playoff P. The difference is they got a coach. That's the difference.
Yeah.
When you got a coach, coach can put you in the situation. I wish you would say some over Doc, the Mr. 3 up 3 and losing. I think he got the history of doing that several times, man.
So is Doc overrated?
What's ironic is Ty Lue is the opposite. He's known for coming back down 3.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what's ironic about that. So, but yeah, I mean, Doc Rivers, I don't know what it is, man. I don't know what it is. He just
you definitely thought he would have did something with Chris Paul and Blake Griffin. Like you had Blake Griffin jumping over cars and buildings and stuff. So I don't know how y'all can't get it done.
Yeah.
Nick said he got Bucks over Hawks. He just put in the YouTube chat.
Yeah, I mean that's the only thing is that the Hawks is legitimate fool's gold. They're overachieving. Do they even have an all-star on their team? Like who they got?
But that's what's so beautiful about this.
Yeah.
I know, but see, that's the thing. But when you have a legitimate, strong team and they get their act together, like Dante said, they start focusing and get their act together. It's a wrap. Playtime is over with. You didn't have fun. We didn't let you play with the big boys long enough. We might have to send you home. It can happen at any moment now.
Let me ask you this. Okay, as a coach, is this a thing as a coach then? Momentum, belief, all that stuff. So now I done beat you. So I may be a scrappy team, but now it's like, oh, I can beat Giannis? And doesn't that play a big factor into now making this more harder for you as the Bucks or whatever? Because now I believe and I see that I can beat you.
It definitely gives. Anytime you have a confidence, we always had this thing that you know what I'm saying. You can't mess around and let them live. You know what I'm saying. You have to really drive it into them, and they got confidence. They've been building confidence, their own momentum. But like I said, the facts is the facts. If Giannis really focused, they can't stop him. With Middleton and the rest of them playing like they playing, they can easily. They might blow them out tonight. It can be a blowout, man. And I'm telling you, that blowout will put you back in your place. Like, oh man,
Yo, we ain't supposed to be here. We ain't supposed to be here.
Yeah, that's it. We can celebrate anyways. We ain't supposed to be here anyways.
Hey, well, I'm trying to think a team like that. Oh gosh, NFL. There was a team like that. They were just killing, and they get to the Super Bowl, and they just like, hey, we wasn't supposed to be here anyway. So it was a blessing just to see it.
Yeah, definitely.
This close.
So, but they might. I mean, like I said, anything can happen. But it's just hard to really bet against how strong the Bucks are. And Giannis. If Giannis starts shooting threes again, then they'll be done.
Yeah,
but if he need to shoot threes,
he don't. But he do. You want to know what I noticed? Listen, did anybody ever notice this? He was trying to be like Kevin Durant.
Oh, for real?
Yes, he pulling up, shooting these mid-range jumps. Dribbling a couple times and then step back, pulling up. I'm like, this dude trying to be like Kevin Durant. He on the court with him. He paying homage to him after every game. He's the greatest in the world. He's the greatest, man. And yeah, we know that. So why you trying to be like him? Just play your game. Like, I'm like shooting threes.
Same reason why LeBron tried to be like Jordan. The same reason.
LeBron is nothing like Jordan.
He
didn't try to.
Like,
no,
he
nothing
like Jordan.
Why
No,
he
he
put on 23 then?
Stop it.
Because Jordan used to be the best.
He was trying to be like Jordan.
64, $40.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go to the next topic, man. So this here, man. Wow. So, there was a football player. He plays for the Raiders, named Carl Nassib.
Mm-hmm.
Came out this week and told the entire world that he is gay. So I just want to get y'all opinion on that, and also like if you were his teammate, how would you feel being in the locker room with someone like that? You know. So what are your thoughts? Whoever want to go first.
So
go ahead, Jimmy.
Here it is.
Listen, I'm having a coming out party too, guys. I'm straight. You know, so I want this to make the news. Exactly. You know, I season my food with salt, pepper, garlic. I want this to be on every news station. You know, let me know how courageous I am for coming out stating the facts. Like, why is this on the news? Like, why are we talking about this? Like, every time somebody that's in the LGBTQ community, they want to come out and, hey, I'm this, I'm that, and it's like the whole world, like, oh, like it's such a big. Listen, it's not. That's the lifestyle homeboy chose. That's not our business. That's his business. That's his team's business. Why is this on the front page of the news? Like, come on, let's be serious, guys.
Oh, it's everybody's business. You know, you in there slapping people on the butt. You want to know.
I know, but I said that's his team. That's his team's business. But like, why is people making such a big deal about? Come on, this foolishness, man.
But you know, this is their month, man. This is that Pride Month or whatever they call it. You know what I'm saying? It's the Gay Pride Month, or I don't know what it's called. You know, I ain't trying to be disrespectful because I don't, bother them. They don't bother me. But anyhow, and be careful. We had to warn Jimmy because they'll shut our whole show down, man. They that powerful. So I'm gonna tell you guys the same thing. Yeah, they're powerful. They'll shut this whole show down. You open your computer, it won't even work no more. Like, what's going on?
Listen, this should not be in the news, guys. I don't care what Coach A say. This shouldn't be in the news. Well, why are we talking about this?
Yeah, I mean, I agree that it's not news, but it's like I said, this is their month, so they're gonna have these stories in there. So, and I think that the players probably would want to know, at least so they would know how to interact with the guy. They ain't gonna be, naked in front of him all the time, or I don't know how they would do it. They would want to know. I think I would probably I would want to know, just because, we in close quarters and stuff like that. But I don't, it's not like he ain't gonna, I got to worry about dropping the soap like you're in prison. Like, oh, don't drop the soap. Don't drop the soap around. You're like, what you gonna do? You get whooped up in here.
Yeah, man.
So, but I agree. But the thing of it is that it's like, first of all, we know that organization, they are forcing their culture and everything on us, and everything that's going on, every single thing. They're making sure they're represented. Whenever there's a movie come out, think about it. There has to be a character that represents that organization. They make sure that. Now they're making sure the superheroes, we need a superhero, right? To represent. So they got to have a superhero that represents that culture, right? So naturally, if they can just put enough pressure out there and support to get one person to come out, right? And NFL, which is the most manliest sport on the planet, next to rugby, of course,
and boxing.
But in boxing, exactly. So with that, they're gonna back it up and put it out there so everybody can see that, hey, we doing it all. And on the flip side, think about it. This guy is going to get so much support out of that. It's going to be ridiculous. You know, he probably won't even have to charge. He won't charge you for nothing else the rest of his life. Yeah. So there's a strong organization. So when you get backed by them, then you pretty set, man. You pretty set. So I think that's the main reason why he's coming out, is that he probably have some people that's connected, that's back, you know, saying, hey, this is the time, let's do this right now, we got your back, we're gonna support you, or whatever you need. And you know, and he'd be like, sure, let's do it. Who wouldn't want to be rich and famous?
Yeah.
What you got, Faye?
I'm pretty much with Jimmy.
We're getting feedback from you, Dante.
Yeah.
What's that?
Feedback
From you.
Echo.
Yeah, echoes.
Kind of like with Jimmy and Adrian here. So for me, like in the video, I don't know if y'all watched it, but in his video, he was like, "Oh, hopefully one day we're not to the point where you got to make a special video to come out." Da 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 da.
Hold on, I got a
You
question.
don't have
I'm
to.
sorry, I got a question. Yeah. So he made a video for this?
Yeah, he made a video coming out on Instagram.
Of course, man. How you think everything goes viral and people know about it?
So
this is organized.
exactly. So that my point to that is you didn't, to my knowledge, nobody twisted your hand and said make this video coming out, blah blah blah. So if you just wanted it natural thing, okay, had a conversation like you mentioned, Adrian, had a conversation with your teammates. Hey, this is who I am, blah 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 blah. Because if your teammates want to go out, maybe you got whatever and you want to bring that. So now now you tell your teammates, they accept you, cool, whatever, we all chill. Now just go live your life, right? Go day in and day out, do what you do. And if the media, we see him with another man, then you just, that's whatever. And it's whatever. Like, you don't do a whole video, just, that's my significant other. And I'm hanging out. Like, and therefore, it's not you having to do a special video. It's just you living your life, not caring if the world sees it.
Mm-hmm.
So, like that's where, like, it kind of dawned even more on me as you were saying that. Like, he said in his video, oh, I got it, hopefully it don't come to it. You didn't have to.
Yeah.
You could have just spoke with your teammates and then went and lived your life.
Yeah.
Foolery.
Is that better, Faye?
Yes,
Straight
good.
foolery.
So I'm with you guys, man. I think that it was crazy because this is the thing that I don't understand, or I do understand, but this is what I don't like. So they always are talking about how you shouldn't be bringing stuff that doesn't have to deal with the game to the game. And so then you have somebody that comes out shining this. He plays on the game, plays in the NFL, and he's talking about what he does outside of playing football. And you have people that's praising him. But then on the other hand, you have people that are talking about social justice, and you have people that's talking about police brutality, and then they say, "Oh, that we can't have this in the game. This is ridiculous. This has nothing to do with football. This hasn't." But on this end, you got people that's praising them, and then I believe that the commissioner came out and said, "Hey, this is great for football, and I hope that more people will be able to come out and live their truth." And it's like, man, but 4 years ago you had Cap coming out saying stuff, and it had nothing to do with football, but it was life. It was people going through stuff, but it was not acceptable. And so it's just sad because we pick and choose what is acceptable and what we can talk about and what you can stand for. And so it's just one of those things, and it's just like, man,
then nobody wants to make this community upset. As you were saying, Coach A, they'll shut this down and your computer won't work. And that's basically what it is. They basically a bunch of bullies that if you don't agree with them, you don't want to accept them. And they always saying, hey, love is love and all this stuff. But as soon as you have a different opinion or you think differently than them, then now they coming for you. And so it doesn't surprise me that you have this guy coming out saying, hey, this is what I'm, because he wants to be accepted. If I was a teammate, man, I don't think I would want to know, because now I'm gonna be every time I look around, I'm mentally I'm gonna be like, because you know how it is, Fabe, Coach A, Jimmy, you in a locker room with these cats, and you know there's certain things that's said, there's certain things that's done, and then so now when you have that happen, it's almost like you in a relationship, and you know your significant other did something that they wasn't supposed to do, so now everything that happened, you question and you wonder why is this happening? Why are they doing this? I would just be like, bro, I can't even play here no more. Trade me.
But you know, on every sports team, you know, a bunch of guys, you think somebody is gay anyways. You know what I'm saying? You have it in the back of your head, like one of these cats probably enjoying this. So it really wouldn't matter to me because we already have that thought, like, you know, we got to get undressed here. We got to shower. We got to do all this. Somebody is enjoying this. There's too many people. We're talking like 60 people here and not one of y'all like guys. Come on, man.
Hey, no lie. I wish Jarrell was here. He'd back me up. So I'm about to. There was this dude. His name was Dante Jackson. I don't think he was, but a lot of the cats on the football team, they be like, man, he gay.
See?
And I'm like, man, the dude not, man, like they would just be doing crazy stuff. He ran track with us too, and he would always ask certain people, hey, can you come stretch me out? And if Jarrell watching this, he will be like, yep. He'd be like, hey, man, my hamstring tight. Hey, yo, hamstring probably was tight. But one day we was in the locker room for football practice, and
you was the nice guy.
Nah, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. Like Shaggy said, it wasn't me. But we was in, I think they was taking a shower, and then I guess he told somebody, hey, you got some soap on your back, and then they just blew it out of proportion, and it was just it was ridiculous. But at the same time,
soap on your back or your butt?
He said back.
Oh.
He said back. But
why is you looking? Hey, wait a minute. Why you? I can walk around with soap on my back, man.
So listen. So all right, not to cut you off, but are we that insecure that we can't be like, thanks, dog? I get it when I rinse. I get it when I rinse. I appreciate it.
See, but this is what I'm saying. So from that standpoint, so every time somebody was around him and they was getting undressed or whatever the case may be, every time where they would say, oh, I can't go. Nah, Dante over here, bro. Nah. And it's like, and so that's what I'm talking about right there, is that I wouldn't want to know because I seen it firsthand how Cats was acting. And I don't think he was a cool dude, but
what's he doing now?
I don't know. He ended up transferring I think my sophomore year. So I haven't talked to him since then. But he was a cool dude. But you know, Faye, like for instance, you remember your boy when I was in the shower and my brother and him got into it, Bishop.
Yeah,
and I just got out the shower. Now it would have been crazy if I would have started, you know, going nuts. And I only got a towel on, so that therefore, you know, the towel coming off. So it's just stuff like that. You just like, man, I don't know, bro.
Dante come out the shower, nothing but a towel on, butt booty naked, ready to fight somebody.
Hey.
See, I bet you got your soap off your back, did you?
It might have still been on my back. But you know what though? Hey, but this is the thing too. Back then, like when we was in high school, and this was I talked to some of the kids that I coached when I was in Pennsylvania. Back then, even if you were gay, you was not coming out saying like even the people that you be like, bruh, he is, bruh, he like what? We about to fight. You what? You call me what? Even bruh, you twitching what? We about to fight because it was one of those things that like you don't say that.
Mm-hmm.
You may know it, but you better not say it. You better not call me. But now it's just like, yeah, so what? And it's like, oh, okay, and you just move on.
Yeah.
So what's the word that you're talking about?
What's that?
What's the word that you're talking about?
Oh,
Don't say
nah,
it. Don't say it. I'm trying to bait you in. Don't say it.
Nah, just saying that somebody that you gay. That's all.
I don't want y'all to get canceled, man.
So, but
Oh,
yeah,
man.
that's but like I said, it's I didn't play basketball all my life, man, since the 6th grade, and so in football too. So there's always been a rumor about somebody on the team, just because they act different or they do stuff different or they ask anybody to stretch them out. Like some people just like that. Like I wasn't never comfortable with another guy stretching me out. I probably should have been. I wouldn't be having some of the issues I'm having now. I should have just been like, I need to just go ahead and get the hamstring, dog. Just make sure you back up a little bit. But
See, I never had that problem. Stress me out. Yeah, I'm cool. Yeah. I mean,
hold on. You said you never had that problem as far as
being uncomfortable.
Oh, so you just let anybody stretch you out?
Yeah, I ain't had no problem with it. I mean, because I mean, I was confident in myself, and I don't know. It's kind of one of those things like when somebody is trying to cross boundaries kind of thing. And if it was somebody that I felt like that was on something like that, then yeah, I'm not even around that dude. Like my energy, not saying that because I don't hate them or anything like that, but
Right.
my energy and how I move, they're not gonna be like, oh yeah, they're not gonna be like that. Like, that's just me. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Fabe could vouch for me a little bit more than that. I don't know. But
Yeah, no, I say I'm kind of the same way. Like I really didn't have no problem, whatever. Ask anybody to stretch me or whatever. Just like it is like you said, when you just comfortable. Like when you ain't on that, you ain't on that.
Yeah.
No, I was insecure, very much so. I was insecure and over masculine.
Well, they call that toxic masculinity nowadays.
Well, that was back in the day. But yeah, so I mean, but again, it's the culture that we in right now, man.
Yeah.
They're making it, and you knew this was gonna happen with that Bruce Jenner guy. You already knew it was gonna happen when he came out, and they made it a big spectacle that was gonna be the front runner for everybody else to do the same thing, get that support.
But actually, his stance on some things that I thought he would be like his stance on one of the things I was listening to. They were asking him. They was like, "Hey, like, what is your stance about teaching kids about the LGBTQ plus community?" And he was like, "I don't think you should." And he said, "I think that stuff should stay out of school and let them make that decision once they're adults." And I was actually shocked to hear him say that. You know what I'm saying?
Respect.
I'm used to LGBTQ community people saying like, "Oh yeah, they let all this other stuff be in school, so we should be in school." But he was like, "Nah, they're kids. They keep them out of this."
Respect. I respect
Yeah.
that.
Like I respect.
I always thought he was a publicity stunt. I never really believed that he was this type of person. I just thought really that he volunteered to be that spokesman and do whatever they asked him to do for the money. That was just my personal thing. That because it was just weird for you to be this strong masculine guy and do all this stuff, and all of a sudden now you want to wear dresses and stuff like that. Like
Kardashians make you crazy, bro.
Nah, they about to cancel you.
They make-
2 strikes.
Yeah.
Anybody else got anything on this topic? Or y'all want
Man,
to?
stop with this news, man. That ain't news, man. Stop it. I'm tired of it. Golly, just live your life, man. Go about your business.
Yeah, go about your business.
All right, man. So for the last topic, what we have, man, is so this week, the NCAA, they were in talks about moving from 4 teams playoff to 12-team playoffs. So what are y'all thoughts on that? Is that good for college football or is it bad? Is it good for the system and bad for the players, or good for the players and bad for the system? What do you guys think?
Pay them boys. That's what I think.
Go ahead, Jimmy. Go ahead, Jimmy.
Pay them boys. That's what I think. Golly. Honestly, I don't think they should do it. Like, they just making the season longer. More injuries gonna happen. Like, how are they gonna
It's gonna be like the NFL, like the
Like the
NFL's
NFL?
playoff season, something similar to that.
Yeah, pay them, but I don't think they should do that, man. I don't think they should. I
So
don't think that's wise.
No. Okay.
I think it's definitely a great idea because anytime you put a structure together to give the teams that wouldn't normally have a shot to be seen or the players to be seen, it's a great opportunity. Just
Are they
look
gonna
at.
shorten the season?
I don't know if
because
they're
of
going to
this?
shorten. I'm sure they're going to do something. They're going to have to do something. I don't know if they're going to actually shorten the season or make it longer, or how they're going to organize it. But, I'm sure that they have all this stuff in mind and they'll work it out. But nonetheless, you know what I'm saying? At least now you have 12 teams that have the opportunity. You can have some Cinderella teams, some teams that didn't have that good of record, but they made it and they might go on the run, like the Hawks, and start beating people, start getting noticed,
Yeah.
people turning them on, people looking at their players. You got some more NFL players coming out of there. So it's a good opportunity, man, for people to be seen for sure. So I think it's about time, personally.
True.
Yeah, I agree. I think parity is good. Because like you mentioned it earlier, Adrian, like you got LeBron out, so now it's like, okay, we get to see all these other cats.
Yep.
And so parity's real good. Getting tired of seeing Alabama, getting about tired of seeing Clemson. So let some of these players start to see some of these other schools and what they have to offer. Because like you said, I think it's better for everybody to get showcased and stuff like that.
Yeah.
How's that? Is that better? Or are you still getting feedback?
No, it's good.
It's good. All right. So, yeah, man, I'm excited. I think this is a great opportunity for both the players and also for the schools, because for the last 4 years or so, you only have 4 teams that make it, and it's always the same conference, the same
Yeah.
schools, and so at the end of the day, I was talking to my boy Marcus White or whatever, and he was like, "Yeah, man, it's just a money thing, and they just trying to get money." I said, "Yeah, they are. None of these companies or none of these businesses make moves or change if if it doesn't have anything money attached to it. If money's not
Yeah.
attached to it, they're not gonna do it."
Yeah, for
But
sure.
I think it's going to be great because, like you said, Coach A, you're going to have these schools that did really good, like UCF. They went undefeated and they couldn't even sniff it. And people are like, well, they ain't even deserve to get there anyways. But who knows? That could have been maybe the best team that year,
Yep.
But we would never know because they didn't have the opportunity. So I think we'll open it up, and then now you make it so that these other schools, they can get a piece of the cut. They part of the NCAA, but why Alabama always have to get the cut? Why Florida always got to get it? Why Clemson only get it? So let some of these other schools get it. Let TCU get in there. Let some of these other schools that don't normally get on that stage be a part of it, so that they can get money, so that their schools can continue to get bigger and get better. And then now that also opens it up for recruits because now, oh snap, I didn't know Central Florida was that good. Oh, instead of going to Miami and sitting on the bench for 3 years, how about I go to South Central Florida and I go on the bench and I have to red shirt, and then after that I'm able to play. And so now these other schools are able to get some 4 or 5 star players that probably would never go there. However, they do need to pay them. And I
Pay
was
the kids.
Yes,
Yeah.
they need to get paid, man. I only played D2. I went to Grambling, that's D1AA, and then I went to Seton Hill, which is D2. And even at D2, it was, why you here. And I can't even imagine going to a D1 school, going to a Florida State, or going to a Tennessee, going to Alabama. Like, cats, you get there and you know why you're there. I didn't go to Seton Hill because they were so prestigious and they had the major I wanted. No, I went there because they said, hey, you want to play football? We got a scholarship. All right, bet. So 6 o'clock a.m., 6 o'clock in the morning, I had to be up at the weight room, had an 8 o'clock class that I went to sleep majority of the time because I was tired. But it was a job. And so if you're going to work on a job, pay me, And I know people always say, well, do you get a free scholarship? Nah, I ain't trying to hear that. That's cool. I need to eat right now, though.
What's the going rate? What's the going rate for a year at that school?
At the school,
a quarter, like a semester. How much it costs? About.
So for a semester, it was about 15. Because it was
15,000.
15,000.
Oh, they worked that off already.
That's your money right there.
Nah.
Stop.
No.
Stop it. No. Stop it. You can't listen, you cannot pay. School is expensive. Now, I will tell you this, school is a money business.
Yes.
In our country, it's unfortunate. My belief is it's a money business for sure. They don't care. They want the student loans or whatever. So, but it is so knowing that it's expensive. If you can get a free ride, what did you have to pay for? Did you have to pay for your room and board?
No. So they paid what?
You going to? So you didn't have to pay. You didn't have to pay for your place to stay.
Nope.
That's expensive. However much that's expensive. You got to pay that monthly. What about your water and your lights? Did you pay for those?
That's all included
That's all included, huh? Yeah, so somebody paid for that. Your books. I'm sure you had to buy your own books, right?
I had to buy books.
Okay, so then you had to buy books. So did you have money left over on your scholarship that went into your pocket?
When I was on campus, nope. When I moved off campus, yes.
Yep. Okay, so you getting money, man.
You gotta stop that foolishness.
So I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen.
Bringing into these schools.
I'm gonna tell you what will happen. So just because they're bringing in the schools, who's paying for this? They got to pay for the stadium, all that stuff. It's a business. If you have a business,
and the players are a business too.
Right, but the players want that education as well.
And that money. What you
hold up. You should know this as being a basketball player.
And a business owner.
He played collegiate level too. You know
that? Oh my God!
Hey, I had to get some loans. I played junior college. When I left, I still owed money, about $900.
Listen, man.
I'm still mad at them. All these other people playing for free.
Listen, at the end of the day, the money that you're talking about, as far as the stadium and stuff, they make that back in 2 games.
But that's not. Yeah, that's because the fans is coming to watch.
Who they coming to watch?
They coming to watch the players. You absolutely
exactly. So
exactly.
If you making money off my back, then pay me. That's all I'm saying. Pay me.
Paying you.
That's not good enough.
That's the same thing when you at your kids. When your kids say, "Dad, you making money off my back? I'm washing these dishes." What are you talking about? This is my house. It's the same.
But do your kids do anything to pay that off, though?
They don't pay the bills. They not paying a light bill, nothing. They just do their chores.
They don't have nothing to pay it off. They got nothing to pay off the light bill and the mortgage. And
That's what they want. They want me to give them money for that.
See, Coach A, I knew this time was gonna come when you was gonna say something crazy. I knew it. I was like, we almost out of here. He ain't say nothing crazy yet. And here you go. Here you go. Listen, man. Listen.
You first of all, I want you to take a deep breath, right? And I want you to speak not from emotion. I can't argue with emotion. Speak from the logical.
This is crazy.
These are the facts. These are not emotions.
Facts ain't the truth. Facts are not the truth.
This is
There's
the
a difference.
Now he
changed it to the truth.
He's on to something now.
Now he changed it to the truth. Now
This is the truth.
these are fact. Wait, it's the truth. Okay, all right. The truth is not revelation. You gonna change it to revelation now?
Nah. But listen, this all I'm saying, man. At the
Yeah.
end of the day, if you are making all this money, because okay, there was a cat when I was in Pennsylvania. His name was Terrell Pryor. He played like 5 minutes away from where I went to school at.
Mm-hmm.
So he goes to Ohio State. He's struggling. He don't got money. He wins, I think, the Rose Bowl. He has his ring. He signs some shirts, a jersey. He sells it. He makes money. Then the NCAA say, "Hey, you can't do that.
Yep.
Nah. Whoa, hold up. This is my stuff. This doesn't belong to the NCAA." But I remember every year we would have to go to the auditorium at Seton Hill. And we have to sit down with my boy Bruce. He was the compliance officer for the school, and we had to sit there for 3-4 hours signing paperwork. Hey, who you getting money from?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, everybody you get money from. So your mama, your uncle. Okay, where you work at? How much you get paid?
It's trauma.
So they did all of this stuff because they want you to depend on your scholarship and depend on the NCAA.
They got y'all on food stamps.
Trauma.
Exactly.
Hey, so you speaking from trauma. That's even worse. Ain't nothing I can do when you speaking from trauma.
Hey,
Nothing I can
No,
do.
they do sick, boy.
You gonna make me get
Coach
deep on you, Dante.
he
I'm gonna
agrees with us.
get deep on you, Dante. So you got a couch? You go ahead and kick your feet up, man. I'm gonna help you.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
So I agree. First of all, I understand that was traumatizing. Like, yo, we can't sell our own jersey. That's crazy. I get it. I understand. And I understand they're making lots of money.
They won't buy Dante Parker jersey.
They would have. You make it look nice enough. You sign that thing. They don't know what you gonna end up. People will buy it, man. I'm telling you.
Oh, snap.
So I mean, I get it, man. I get it. I truly understand. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying? That's just how the structure is. You know, the schools are, you know, the NCAA owns the players. As far as I know, they own the players, the numbers, the jerseys, so they can do all the advertising and the sales and stuff like that until you get out of the school, until you come out of it. It's like working for a job. You work for an AC company. You can't, you know what I'm saying, go and do no side work and do nothing while you working with us. And then once you separate from us, then you can do your own thing. But till you working for us, this is what we're paying you. And so as athletes, that's what you're getting paid. It's not if nobody show up to a game and they lose money, are y'all gonna come out y'all pocket and be like, yo, I'm gonna help you pay for the stadium? Or if the new stadium needs to be built, I'm gonna help you pay for that. Nobody's gonna pay those bills. Those are legit owners. So that's how the business game works. It's all the business. It's unfortunate, you know, that the players can't get a lot more help. You know what I'm saying? As far as money wise, I believe that they should get a lot more. You know, they should never, athlete that's at a school and he has a full ride should never be struggling as far as being able to get food or clothes or stuff like that. I agree that don't make sense. But aside from that, what you think they're gonna get? They're gonna get their school paid for and have an extra 10, 12,000 on the side. Dante, that's gonna kill some people. It's gonna be drugs. It's gonna be a bunch of pregnant women out there. They're gonna go nuts. They're gonna go nuts.
Hold up.
Yeah, you give a person all this stuff too early, time, money, all this fame and money and stuff like that,
Boy,
they might not even show
But
up
you
to
wanna know
practice.
what?
he
No,
talking about
you know
financial
what?
education now. Boy, you talking
no,
about
he didn't.
language.
No,
You talking
no,
about language.
no. Listen,
Nah, you
if they can do this, and they need to have these classes in high school, middle school, and college
yes,
that teach
yes.
you or to help guide you on how to handle your money.
But if you in the hood, you coming out the hood. So it don't your classes, yes. That stuff has to come from your parents. Your parents is the first defense for ignorance. Your parents. Because a lot of times when you learn in school, as soon as you step out, you forget that. But your parents instill the habits from day one because you're constantly with them every single day, every single day. You see what I'm saying? So that's where a lot of our
You spend more
things
time in
come
school
from.
than you do at home, though.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
On a regular basis you do, meaning you go to school, but the quality time is at home. The quality time is at
I
home
would- I
when it
would
comes to
argue-
your subconscious mind and what you're learning, your habits. How many of you guys got habits that your teachers do? When you go talk to a girl, you copy off your teacher? Huh? Do you say stuff that you see what I'm saying? Or do you say stuff that you learn from your dad or your parents or your uncle?
You're learning stuff. You're learning stuff from your friends at school. You're learning stuff
Yeah.
from playing football and sports and after school
Hey,
programs.
watching TV.
And that's at home and
And
in
TV
the
too.
hood and playing football outside, right?
You know,
Yes.
if you playing on the team, you still at school. So you got to put that in there, coach. You gotta
Right.
put
Well,
that in.
you can if you want to say your friends are an influence, right? But it's not the school system like you thinking. It's not the school system. It's your influence, the circle that you're hanging with. If you're hanging with the same group inside the school, then yeah, you're gonna act like them. If you're hanging with the thugs, everybody pants sagging, everybody trying to get the next girl's number, they trying to get all these girls. If you hang with that group, yes, that's gonna be what you do. I
Some
get
of that's
that.
cool, though.
But you're not opening up a book and say, "Oh, okay, this is the information I needed for me to better my credit. This is right here. I was looking for this all my life."
They
Look
don't
at this.
teach that
This is about-
anyway. So
exactly.
you ain't gonna ever find that in there.
Exactly. But
But
when
they do need to teach that in class. I mean,
yeah,
and
absolutely.
if they did, then you will be able to use that and say, yeah, this is what I've been looking for all my life. But they're not gonna teach us that because they don't want you to know that. So
Yes.
that's another note.
But the point I was saying is that if you give them some money, right, a lot of money, they're gonna go out and get this big car, have all these shoes and all this other stuff, and they're not gonna show up for practice.
Okay, hold up. So
Well,
so
I got a question, but it's gonna make this show longer.
hey, you better ask it. But let me say this. So your thing is you're hung up on if
That's
you
not
get
what I'm
this-
hung up on. That's
No,
just one of my
you
points.
hung up on this. You hung up on it. You're trying to make a point that if they shouldn't get paid because if they get paid, then these cats ain't gonna go to school. These cats gonna get all these girls pregnant. They gonna have the big wigs and all. Listen,
Dante,
Yeah,
see, that's the
yeah.
trauma talking again. What about you? Didn't say nothing what I said before. You just going right to that. That was one of my points, but you gonna skip past the thing I talked about for 45 minutes and talk about the 2 minutes of getting girls pregnant, right? Tell me if I'm wrong.
hey,
I told you.
yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
So yeah, go ahead. You can continue.
Nah,
Yes, that's
but
one of my points.
I'm just saying that
Yes,
nah,
that
man,
is a fact. That is
that's
a
not-
factor.
That's not necessarily going to happen because you
Can't,
already-
Dante. You can't. I'm cutting you off on purpose.
Oh, my
You can tell me
gosh.
that that's not gonna happen. Tell me that that's not gonna happen.
this already happens and cats don't got money.
So
So
then
what
it's
you
gonna be
talking about?
worse, right?
No, so that doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be worse. It could just be the same.
All right.
Like,
okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's like I
Dante,
don't know.
Dante,
Good point,
come
Dante.
on, Dante.
Good
They
point,
drop
Dante.
you dropped $10,000 on the kid and some cars and everything else is paid for. You got this extra money, Dante.
Listen, see, you are thinking that every kid from the hood is going to do the same thing.
I'm not. We don't operate off 100%. You know that it's statistics. It's gonna be the statistics. If 10 kids, listen, if 20 kids, or let's say there's 3 million athletes in the world, out of 3 million, if you get 40,000 that succumb to this, then it was bad.
So I'll
I can't get jiggy with this, bro.
I'll speak from person. So Faber and I, we both went to Grambling State, which is a black institution. Yes, did we have kids that were on campus that rode around on 22s and 26s? Yes, we did.
Mm-hmm.
However, most of the people that went there and the football players, like you knew, like when you have when you know why you're going somewhere, for the most part, you don't do stuff to sabotage it. You know, hey, I'm going here because of this. And I'm focused. I'm not, deviating. Yeah, you're gonna have some people that's not gonna do what they're supposed to do, but you have that anyways. Now, I had kids that, like, my first year at Seton Hill, it was this cat. His name, what was his freaking name? I forget. But he ain't never go to class. He was always playing Halo. We like, dang, bro, what you majoring in? Halo? He was always playing Halo. But guess what? Just because we saw him playing Halo, that didn't mean that everybody else in that dorm room, like, forget it. You know what? We majored in Halo too. We ain't gonna. No, he did his thing. We went to class because we knew that, well, we here to play football and we got to get good grades so that we can stay eligible. So we're not going to be doing dumb stuff like he's doing. So you're going to have people that's going to do dumb stuff with their money. And you're going to have people that's going to do dumb stuff and be reckless and unprotected sex and get a bunch of girls pregnant. You're going to have some people do that. But for the most part, not everybody's going to fall down that line. And I don't think that this would be that high if people were getting paid.
Dante, I just want you to know you're making this easy. We're talking about Halo. You making this easy, bro. You making this easy. I mean, really, we talking about. Let me ask you a question. When y'all saw the guys on the 22s, y'all wasn't like, "Dang, that car look nice."
Yeah, that's what I grew up from. So I wanted that, and
there you go. Dante just made my point.
No. I wanted it. However, guess what? I didn't get it.
That's because you didn't get an extra 10,000, 15,000. If you would have had an extra,
right, Dante?
If you would have had an extra $20,000 on the side,
priority.
and the man would have saw you. I'm not saying you wouldn't have graduated. I'm not saying you wouldn't have did whatever you did. But if you would have had some money on the side and you saw that car, listen. When we was in, I'm gonna tell you what happened to us. When we was in school, right? We had this idea to go get on government assistance, right? And they get a check every month. So we did. But the problem is, by the time they processed the paperwork, it was about and it was only like $100 a month. So it was about 5 months before we got paid. And so they end up having to send us one big check, right? So in this, we only talking like $500. First thing my dude Lamont did, he went and cut a roof in his car. He had a little bitty two-door, looked like a nose, like a Geo Metro or something. This dude used his whole $500 to cut a sunroof in the car. Just cut the sunroof in there. See what I'm telling you, man? This real, man. If you give people money, right, at an early age, especially during that time coming out of school. Now, if you change the age, I can agree. They have to be a certain age. Maybe if they're in school and I don't even know what to say, 22, 23 or something, but an 18-year-old, 19-year-old, 20-year-old, come on, man, that's asking for trouble.
Listen,
for trouble.
You sound like the people that would say, we don't need reparations because people just gonna blow it. So what? If they blow it, guess what? They blew it.
Exactly.
They blew it. That's them. Let people
exactly.
But
that's not the same thing, though. You're talking about at a school. The school, they want their school to progress. They want their school to win. They want their school to do well. They're not going to do anything to jeopardize that. Now, people living on their own, yeah, you get your reparations and do whatever you want to. That's you ain't in no business, but you're in a business. The school is the business. We have to protect our assets. And if that means we have to just give them enough so that they focus on what they're supposed to do, then that's what's needed.
But
But
like some slavery junk.
this is not.
That's
But
slavery.
school is
That's
not.
not like slavery right now.
We're only going to give you this bowl of food. It's
Hey,
only going to sustain you for the
that
day.
sound like
If
what
you
the
try to
government
run,
doing
you
right
ain't gonna
now.
make it.
We gonna give them a June. We gonna call Juneteenth a holiday just to shut them up for a little bit. We just got done talking about that.
Yeah, no, but that's not what you're getting. That's what I said, but that's not what you're getting. You're getting your whole scholarship. You're getting your whole school paid for, man. You're getting a lot more. Trust me, it's
And the
expensive.
school is too. So can the
Yeah,
students
but
get
it's
some
not.
more?
The school ain't. We know the school is getting the more. They getting what they getting based on their ticket sales and all that stuff. I get it. It always like that. It always like that, but that don't mean it needs to change. These kids is too
Coach A,
young. They can't
Coach A,
handle no money.
You know you're wrong, Coach A. You know
Yeah,
you're wrong on that.
because if you was in the position to get that money, you'd be like, sign me up.
Exactly. Yes. If I was 18 years old, I'd be like, sign me up. How many kids in school like, oh, I need to get a credit card so I could buy some stuff?
So hold
Like,
on.
dude,
So right now,
hold on. Like, dude, do you realize that the credit card you have to pay it back? like we got people in college, they want to get a credit card, right? And I'm talking to my dude, I'm like, yo, what you gonna, oh man, I'm finna get some shoes, I'm finna get all this stuff. I'm like, bro, you ain't got no job. You got to pay that back, right?
Bro,
Credit card is not free money. People, I'm telling you, at
Bruh,
this young
listen.
ages.
real talk. If you talking about that, this is a business. We no lie. When I got to Seton Hill, because they wouldn't do it at Grambling. They wasn't coming to the black campus. When I went to Seton Hill, they had people that were offering credit cards to us. We had people that was offering all of these services. But you're sitting here talking about this is a business and they're not going to mess up. They don't want anything to jeopardize it. They allowed that to happen because universities, they don't just let any and everybody come on campus. So they allowed these people to come on so you can register, so you can apply for a credit card. Some people got it, some people didn't. Most people did because you have no credit. So your argument that the university is for you, no, they're not, bruh. I remember like there's certain universities.
Who said it was for you, sir?
Well, you're saying that. Okay, you didn't say for. They're not for you. They're for you to stay in line with what they want you to do. So I'll say that. So yeah, they're not necessarily for you, but they want to make sure that you're doing exactly what you should be doing so that you fall in line. But at the same time, they'll tell you, hey, you can't take this class because if you take this class, you can't go to football practice. And I had a bunch of players, and I actually had a couple classes where I had to miss some practice, and my coach would be looking at me sideways like, I'm like, bro, I need this class to graduate. And so at these bigger universities, they will be like, you can't take that class because we need you to be at practice. So they'll make it seem like you're a student athlete, but no, you're an athlete and then you're a student second. And so it's all about making money. They don't really care about anything else. And if they can keep all the profits, that's what they want to do. Because when people graduate and they move on and go to the NFL or NBA, they still profit off of that jersey that's still in the book in the bookstore. And guess what? They ain't getting paid for that, but they been gone. But they still making money on it. So that's not right. They need to get paid.
So when you leave, you can't make money off your jersey?
As far as I know,
ain't nothing they could do. What they gonna say? Yo, man, we're gonna suspend you from. I'm out of school now. Ain't nothing they could do.
No, I'm saying that the school has jerseys of like.
Right, but right. That's what I'm saying. So the old players.
You think the school cutting them a check?
No, I don't think so. Of course not.
Heck nah.
Of course not.
So they still profiting off of people.
But you can, but I'm sure there's something you could do if you become a name, like your name becomes registered and you're in business for yourself, and now you're popular. You can do something about them selling your jersey and you not getting nothing from it. I'm pretty sure you just have to be smart. You know what I'm saying? Like for instance, if you use one of the NFL players like Michael Vick or somebody, right? If they still selling Michael Vick's jersey from his college, he can, people can contact him like, yo, we need some of these proceeds because Michael Vick is an actual superstar, So I'm sure there's ways around. I mean, I might be wrong, but I'm sure there's ways you could do it. People get sued because we can't even do it. We can't even make up a bogus Michael Vick jersey and go sell it on the street. We could get in trouble for that. So it's about. I mean, I get what you're saying, though. I get what you're saying, but again, you're still speaking from trauma.
Oh man. Faye, what question you have, bro? I want to or Jimmy, did you have something?
The question I had was kind of what Coach A has said, something in regards to going back to the hood topic and coming from the hood and it coming from your parents and stuff like that. Because we talked about this, Dante. I alluded to this, I think, on one of the shows that we was doing with Byron. At what point, Coach A, does it become your choice? Yes, you come from the hood, you may not have the best background and stuff, but at what point does it become your choice that this is what I'm going to do, and your past or your upbringing doesn't make you, right? Because so for example, what I'm meaning, I'm a businessman, right? Own a couple of businesses. My mother and grandma raised me. They worked for other people their whole life. That's all they knew. But I grew up and I knew I wanted to work for myself. So that's what I did, right? And you got Jimmy. I don't know his people and stuff, but now Jimmy, right? He's doing his chef thing, and you said I'm a businessman, all of this. So at what point does it become a choice that I'm from the hood, I don't have all the things as our other counterparts may have, but I made a decision that I'm gonna walk that path.
So that's a great question, by the way. So here's the problem. The problem is you always find out people, you always hear from people saying they're searching for them, they're looking for themselves, or they're searching themselves, or what's the term that they say? They're trying to find themselves.
Yeah.
Right. That's the moment you find yourself is the moment it becomes your choice. Because what happens is we have a subconscious mind, which is the sponge, right? And we soak up stuff, everything throughout our lives. And so the stuff that we soak up, we automatically do it and we think is us. We automatically think is us. So until you separate all those things and find out who you really are, you always going off of that. I'll give you a prime example, a simple example, but Jordans, right? Jordans are some of the top sneakers out there in the world today. You ask kids, hey, you like Jordans? You like Jordans? Yeah, Jordans are sweet. If you take some little Vans or some sandals and be like, oh, what shoe you like more, this one or the Jordan? Be like, get out of here, man. You know them Jordans is better than them. The reason why is because it's been placed inside of our subconscious mind our entire lives. Sandals are just as good as Jordans, right? But in our mind, our subconscious mind, we've been trained and conditioned to say these shoes are better. So until you really, they call it waking up. Some people, you have people that's fake waking up, but until you truly wake up and separate yourself from the influence, from everybody that's talking, from the way you was upraised, right? And find out who you are, then that's when you begin to make the decisions. Like you, right? Deciding that you're going to run your own business is an awakening. You see what I'm saying? It could be a something that you was taught from your, from childhood or your uncle or somebody, and you're just automatically walking into it. That's how you get the rich dad, the poor dad. Some people get that training and they automatically walk into it. They're like, I don't know why I'm running a 5K. I mean, what is it? Fortune 500 company. It's just what we do. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. My dad did it. His dad did it. My dad did it. Oh, okay. But then you look at some other guy, be like, I don't know why I'm here thugging. It's just what we do. My dad did it. His dad did it. We just thugging on the block. That's what we do. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So until you open up and figure out who you are as an individual and what you're capable of and what you truly, want to do with your life, your purpose, then, that's when it becomes your decision. And a lot of times it comes to people who end up having a purpose. When you have a specific vision and purpose inside your head that you're working towards, then your mind opens up and you can decide, if this is the right decision or the wrong decision, if this is going to benefit me or not, because you have what I call an internal GPS. You have a destination that you're working towards. So that's when it happens. But most people don't have that destination. That's why I was telling Dante, when you're in school, they don't necessarily have that destination yet. And so when you don't have that destination, if you drop a bunch of money or you put people in different situations, they don't have a GPS that's saying, you know what, this is bad. You need to come over here, or this is going to hurt you. Some people don't. And so they end up hurting themselves. You know, of course, it's not the same for all people. You do have people, the majority of people make the right decisions. But, you know, I hope that answers your question. Is based on what your purpose is, what you have a plan. Once you have that in place, then it becomes you're making your choices. But that's the hardest thing to do, man. Make the choice for yourself. That's the hardest. People don't realize that. You know, even today even today with me, I don't mean today like the date today, but in today's society, I have to make sure that where's this decision coming from? Am I influenced by this person, or is it trauma or something that happened in the past, or is it my own, what I like? Do I prefer this, or do I don't prefer this? Because sometimes just because I prefer something don't mean it's the choice I need to make. So
I like that. I like that.
Dante, you shake your head, man. You don't like that answer?
Man, Jimmy, you got something, Jimmy?
Jimmy still learn. What you got, Jimmy? Tell
Listen.
me. Jimmy get this all the time.
Listen, nothing at the moment.
Now, no, man, I hear what you're saying. I don't think I really disagree too much. There's some things that my biggest thing is there is some truth in what you're saying. But it's on a point.
See, I'm telling you, it's hard.
Every person is different, and that's what I'll say. Because, like I was about to say, ask Jimmy, my brother, when he was in high school, he had rims on his car. He had 20s, and so I had rims on one of my cars when I was in high school. So because I was just, my dad did the same thing. He had rims, so it was just one of those things. Like going back to what you're saying,
Yeah.
but at the same time, my dad never, as Faye was saying, my dad never had a business. He always worked for somebody. I always tried to convince him to go in business. My mom, she always kind of had her own little business, but she was always afraid to kind of step out and do it fully. But I ran my own business for a year and a half, and still doing it. My brother has his own business.
That's good.
But it was something that we didn't like. There was nobody in my family that did that stuff, but it was just something that we saw, and we was like, hey, I want to do this. Jimmy the same way. I mean, I think his mom had a business. You know, she did hair.
Multiple businesses.
And but his dad worked for the city. You know, so I think it just depends on the person. But at the end of the day,
when you say it depends on the person, what do you mean?
It depends on the person and what they want to do with their life.
What they want out of life.
But that's what I'm telling you. You don't. The person don't know what they want to do until you figure out what you want to do with your life. You're running on the old files that you picked up in the past. That's been proven.
I hear that, but you have people that from an early age. So like when I was, I don't know, as long as I could walk or talk or remember, all I wanted to do was play football. That's it. I just wanted to play football. They didn't want to do nothing else, play football. I ended up getting a scholarship, and I did exactly what I wanted to do. You have people that say, hey, you know what? I want to be a doctor. And as a little child, they didn't have doctors in their lives. And they go on to be doctors.
Okay, so, Dante, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just saying that, like, I understand what you're saying, but you have some people that are just strong-willed. And what I'm saying is just because you may have some people that may blow the money, that doesn't mean that you should say, all right, boom, since there are going to be some people that's not going to do or handle it right, we're just going to get rid of it and we're not going to ever pay anybody because there's going to be some people that's going to mess it up. That ain't right. Because now what we're doing is what the government is trying to do now is going to try to tell people, you can do this, you can do this, you can't do that, you can't do that. And now who wants to live in a world where the government is telling you what you can and what you can't do on a consistent basis on certain things? So like, for instance, us being Christian, you can't go to church, get rid of your Bible, you can't pray. Who wants that? Nobody. You want to be able to do what you want to do, You want to be able to live and experience stuff. And if you make mistakes, guess what? You make mistakes. And that's all I'm saying is that if you allow kids to make mistakes at an early age, at least they have enough time to fix it. But you have a lot of cats that make it to the NFL and they're already older and they mess up. And guess what? And then now they spend their entire life trying to catch up on the mistakes that they made in the middle age. So if you give some 18-year-old kid some money and he blows it, hey, now he can learn, oh, I shouldn't do that. I'm not gonna do that the next time. So that's all I'm saying. So we should not just throw the baby out with the bathwater and just say, nah, kid's gonna blow it. We ain't gonna give it because that's what my parents did. Nah, we ain't gonna do that because all you gotta do he gonna let them learn. Because that's the way that some people learn by hearing, some people learn by doing. And if you let them make the mistakes, they'll be okay.
So then they can put their hand in the fire and get burned, or they can jump in the swimming pool and drown. That's fine. They're gonna learn. We ain't got to put no gates up around the pool. If your baby walk back there, let them learn. They can just drop in the pool, right?
See, we talking about
He taking it overboard, right?
You took it. You took it
he
overboard.
trying to take it overboard.
You took it.
Like,
Listen. You
Jeez.
took it overboard when you tried to take it overboard when you try to relate college kids getting money to the government taking away our rights as
that's
Christians.
the same thing.
That's automatically taking it overboard. Like,
It's the
they're gonna
same
take your
thing.
Bible away. They're gonna take this away. No, it's
You-
not the same
you're
thing.
Sitting here saying that it's okay for the school to tell the student athletes what they can and can't do, and this is what we're gonna give you. Either take it and be satisfied, or you're out.
You making it like that. Obviously that's the situation, but that's how the rules was already in place. It's not nothing that just started.
The
That's
rules are wrong.
The rules been like that even before the schools was making a whole lot of money. And so now that the sport is super popular and the schools are making a whole lot of money, now you got the people screaming, "Yo, give me mine, give me mine."
Woke.
We need
They woke.
some
Exactly.
trailblazers.
Exactly.
We need some
They extra
trailblazers to
woke.
come and change it.
So
That's what we need.
So listen, before I forget, let me go all the way back to this playing football baby, right? Like, for some reason, Dante kids wake up knowing they born knowing what football is. Nobody told them. Nobody told them. They didn't see a game on TV where it was in their head. They just Dante came out the womb like this, like the Heisman Trophy. Like they're like football. Like, no, it doesn't work like that. The human mind only it learns from example. Not only it does. As a baby, it learns from example. Even as adults, when you get a new job, you go to work, you look around and see what other people's doing, and you adjust based on what you see. So that's just how it is. So like I said, when you knowing that your mind it's not something that you do deliberately, this takes over. You automatically doing it. We on the podcast. The reason we're on the podcast now is because we've seen it, other people doing it, and we're emulating that. We're doing that. Let's just be real. You see what I'm saying? And so what I'm saying is that there's things that we emulate inside of us that we have no idea that's there. We have no idea why we do stuff. Like whenever you see a doorknob, a door and a doorknob, you just automatically turn. You don't know you don't know who taught you how to open the door. You don't know when you learn that. You just automatically do it. And so until you actually wake up, as they say, and realize your decisions and who you are, we're just operating off of that in every aspect. There's no way around it. There's no way around it because the human being will die if he don't pay attention to his environment and adjust to what he sees. So the difference is, what happened was you woke up and be like, you know what? I can run my own business, even though somebody else didn't do it or they didn't teach me this. I can do it. You've seen it. Somebody do it. You heard, you read something, you've seen something, you noticed something, and you be like, I can do it because I see somebody doing it. And that's why you started your own business and running your own business. So that's the difference when you wake up and get that information. Now, as far as the kids in colleges, I mean, it's a toss-up. We don't, it's hard to just give 18-year. Minds is not even developed yet. We already know what's going to happen because their minds is not developed yet. If they was older, at a certain age, maybe that's different. Maybe we wait until they go in school at a certain age, or you can give them more. You can have more extra, give them more extra money. All right, Jim.
All right, Jimmy.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe, but how much more are we going to give them? That's the thing. Because I'm with paying the athletes, but it's just letting them make as much as they can and much as they want. I don't think that would be a good idea.
Now,
I'm not totally against giving them some more money.
I'm not saying that they should be making millions of dollars. I'm not saying that.
That's what they're gonna want.
So you have to draw the line. But what I'm saying,
the line is a rule. You just creating another rule.
Well, that's fine, but you at least paying them.
It's okay when you create the rule, but nobody else can do it, right?
What I'm saying is, I just think that they should get paid. I'm not saying they should be getting paid millions of dollars. I'm not even saying they should be getting paid $80,000. I'm just saying that
they should be getting
paid something. That's it.
All right, I can agree with you with that. I can agree. I agree with you on that.
There we go.
Yes, I agree with you that we should be giving them something. It's okay to give them something.
Okay, I ain't talking about no pennies either.
But I was thinking, right? But my mind was thinking, okay, you got this star athlete, everybody's checking for him. So now he's gonna sell jerseys and get all this extra money. He's gonna be making, $60,000, $80,000, $70,000 on the side, and he don't even need that.
Nah, I'm not saying that. So what I would say is that,
and he 18, 19.
Your star players should get paid. I'm not.
See, you don't even want to go into there. Now we got different people making different amount. It's not gonna be. Oh, you lost me.
Listen, well,
you losing me. Don't even go down that road.
Well, this is all I'm gonna say on it. I ain't gonna go all the way down it. I'm gonna turn down the road and I'm gonna stop. You're gonna have to have levels to it, though.
Oh my goodness! See, so yeah, there's gonna be another complaint now.
You can't have Jameis Winston making the same amount of money that the Lone Snapper making.
Why? They in the same school. They got to take the same amount of classes. They got to go to the same practice, the same amount in the same games. Just because one person playing and another person not, he's still on the team. He got the same jersey on.
Nah, because one of them making more money for the team, for the school.
But why Jameis need more money when he just walking out with food? He ain't paying for it. So
exactly. He going to restaurants for free and everything. Come on, man. You finna open up a whole different can of worms right there.
So let me ask you this. So if he's doing that, you think the Lone Snapper doing that?
The Long Snapper? No, he don't even know who the Long Snapper is.
They on different levels. That's
exactly. But it's not. But your whole argument is that it's not fair. These kids is busting their butt in school, in practice, right, and going to the games, right. The Long Snapper, he's in school. He's going to practice.
He busting his tail.
He's going to. Oh, so now you changing it. Oh man, you just lost it. Now we taking it all back. You know what? And we just denied your claim, sir. Nope. If you can't make it even for everybody, the claim is denied.
Listen, what? Okay, hold up. Please tell me what in life is ever equal. I'll wait.
You're trying to make it. First of all, the structure that we have now worked for over 50, 60 years, and you want to change it.
It's broke.
It's bright. So now you want to introduce a worse system.
But you said, hold up, you talking about something, it's not equal. What is equal in life? What is equal? Nothing.
Yes, it is. The time is equal. Each person has the same amount of time every single day. And what you do with your 24 hours is up to you.
No, because you have some people that may die. So they don't get the same time as everybody.
They get the same time. The people that die don't have no time.
Exactly. So
right.
Somebody died.
They don't even count. They don't even count. We talking about the people that didn't die.
But we're talking about everybody.
What?
Time is not equal.
Time is equal. Time is equal. It's equal to everybody. Everybody that wake up is equal. Your eyes wake up, you got an opportunity. So don't squander it. But getting back to your claims though. I thought you was like making sure everybody get there. Now you just want the star athletes to get all the
No,
money, and you got some super trauma, don't you?
Nah.
The long snapper, the long snapper can't get nothing, man. All you doing is hiking the ball. Why he getting? What he need money for? He
Hey,
can't get no. He don't need no 22s. What he need? All you doing is slapping the ball.
hey.
Oh my god.
Nah. I'm not saying that they don't get no money. I'm just saying that it's levels to it. That's all. It's levels. It's levels to everything.
Yeah, I've heard that. See, you just repeating stuff that you heard, man. There's all in there.
That's
There's levels to this.
hey, just like the stuff that you repeated. You read it and you heard it, and we all regurgitate the same stuff. That's all.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's true. Well, I mean, it's just my revelation from a lot of the stuff that I'm saying I haven't heard before. It's just coming straight off the brain. So you said you was waiting on me, so I gave it to you raw. I didn't bring nothing extra. I didn't even know we was going down this road. I just went ahead and jumped on it and just gave it to you.
Oh man, but so we'll leave it there, I guess, man. Last words, Coach J.
Yeah, first of all, I appreciate you guys having me on for sure. I'll definitely be back. You know, if you guys have me, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Appreciate the vibe and the conversation and the wisdom. You guys enjoy that. And again, just whenever you guys, need me, just let me know. Just let me know. You
Yeah,
can
man.
catch me Thursday and Friday nights about 7 p.m. I go on live as well. Like I said, most of the time I have different guests that come in because I want to bring business owners. I want to bring business owners and tell their stories. So I'd be interested to hear you guys how you got into business. What triggered you? To say what I'm not just happy with the 9 to 5. I want to do my own thing. So stuff like that.
Can you tell them where they can see this at?
Adrian Mays / Impact on Facebook.
On Facebook.
I'm on Facebook. Yeah. Yep.
Perfect. Hey, what you got, man?
Yeah, man, I ain't got nothing else. It was a great conversation. So shout out to Jim and Noe Left and Coach A for coming on. Definitely enjoyed the conversation and enjoyed some of that life talk, entrepreneurship talk with you too, Coach A. So I definitely want to connect with you, man, on the podcast thing because I do my own podcast too. So around entrepreneurship and stuff like that. So I would definitely like to connect with you and do some episodes on that, bro. Really would.
Absolutely, we should for sure. And that's just been studying some of the stuff about the podcast and stuff. That's how we continue to increase your following is by being on different people's podcasts and spreading it around. So it's not like it's competition. We just be building it ourselves. It's a formula.
Exactly.
So
Exactly, and people aren't patient with that formula.
yes, I'm telling you. Yeah, that's all it takes. Is that patience.
Well, hey man, with that being said, man, hey, we appreciate you guys jumping on and watching another episode of Deep Third. Once again, man, we want to thank Jimmy and we want to thank Coach A for jumping on, and we'll see y'all next week. Ah.